Enriquez Wine Estate. Welcome, amigos y amigas, to the captivating world of Locia and Sonoma County, where Latino winemakers weave their stories with passion and purpose. In this extraordinary series, we proudly present the inspiring table of Cecilia Enriquez, Enriquez Wines. Born into a lineage of renowned heart surgeons, including her father, Dr. Eduardo Enriquez, Cecilia's journey to winemaking is a testament to the transformative power of love and heritage. Encouraged by her father's deep affection of Sonoma County, Cecilia embraced the opportunity to express her culture, love, appreciation for wine through her own unique path. With each bottle of Enriquez wines, Cecilia weaves a tapestry of flavors, igniting a connection of her roots and a rich tapestry of Latino winemaking. Join us as we uncork the vibrant story of Cecilia Enriquez and Enriquez Wines, where the healing power of the heart converges with the artistry of winemaking, creating a symphony of taste and cultural celebration.
So my dad's a physician. He's an internist. He followed in his father's footsteps. So the reason we are in the U.S. is because of my grandfather, who did a trip out to Boston to learn new technology in medicine and then bring it back to Mexico. And he ended up doing so well that he got a job in New Jersey and was able to become the first minority chief of staff in Jersey. He was a cardiovascular thoracic surgeon, and my dad grew up with that. So he was 9 months old when he came to the US and decided to do undergrad, pre-med here in the US, medical school in Mexico, and then came back to do his residency. I knew I didn't want to do anything in medicine. I always said I was never going to work as hard as my dad did, but now somehow I'm in the industry that I also work equally hard, but I don't have people's lives, health in my hands. So I knew that when my dad shipped me out here, there's two things he said to me at the airport. He said, whatever you do, don't bankrupt me. Money's not unlimited. It's been great. It's a very welcoming industry. I absolutely love it. I never in a million years thought I'd be in wine. If you had told me back in college that I would be in wine, I would have laughed at you. But I can't picture doing anything else. So here I am producing 1,000 cases annually and selling mostly through Wine Club. So I ended up attaching myself to anybody that would let me. Anytime the vineyard guys were in the vineyard, I was asking what they were doing, how they were doing, why they were doing it, trying to do what they were doing. Same thing with winemaking. You know, I was paying attention every step of the way, and it's funny because it only happens once a year and you kind of forget in those off-season months. So I am wholeheartedly in charge from grape to bottle. So I am walking the vineyards that I'm working with. In Petaluma, we had Sauv Blanc, Muscat, Tempranillo, and Pinot Noir on property. But I'm a huge believer that if the flavors are in the grapes, then the flavor is going to be in the wine. So I take a loose account of what is happening with sugar and acid, and but I mostly pay attention to flavor, and that's what I go off my gut feeling with flavor. Depending what Mother Nature gives us and what the climate, yield is, price point wise is what I end up making. My Wine Club members, even though it's fully customizable, know that I'm going to have a certain wines each year, but also know to expect unique wines year in and year out. So they kind of are joining for having consistent quality, but uniqueness as well. So I'll send out an email, I'll release what I'm gonna do. You have the ability to say yes, no to whatever wines. We have a vacation rental on property, so it's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath short-term rental, which we call the Milk Barn Cottage because this property used to be all dairy. And there's a discount associated with that. We have an in-house wine tour driver for you when you're on property. I do in-home tasting, so I'll actually come to you and travel throughout the US and bring my wines to you and do an educational wine tasting experience for your family and friends. I don't have family here. My parents are still back east. Everybody else is still in Mexico. So it's just me. So in order to kind of create that family aspect that I was missing, I created my Wine Club members, or my Wine Club membership, to be my family. My business partners are my parents. So my dad, of course, always had this notion of no, our name on a bottle. My mom's side of the family actually came from ag in Mexico. So I am currently making a dry muscat, Pinot Noir Rosé, Tempranillo Rosé, Pinot Noir Reserve, Tempranillo Reserve, and Tannat. So I'm most proud of that my palate has developed enough that I can really enjoy good food, good wine, good beer, good spirits. And because it's a muscle, you know, that you have to work at. So I'm most proud of the fact that I've been able to really baby that and grow that and educate that. Mostly online. We do tastings by appointment, private tastings. There's a handful of places locally that carry us, but for the most part, it's just through us.